Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Justin and I'm a figure skating fan who makes videos on YouTube sometimes. So today I am going to be filming a recap slash instant reaction. I think that's more appropriate because the pairs just concluded at the 2021 US National Figure Skating Championships. Haven't rewatched anything or reviewed much, so I'm just going to recap it, but more so just give my instant thoughts. So if you are willing to listen to that, then keep on watching. So a lot went on. Wow. Usually pairs is not this exciting. Oh my gosh. Mute that. Usually pairs is not this exciting at US Nationals, but there was quite a bit of shakeup in the standings from the short program to the free program. I will say the one thing that probably wasn't a surprise at all was that Scimeca-Knierim and Brandon Frazier won the gold medal. I think they were one of the favorites to take the title here. They've both been national champions before with previous partners, but this is the first year that they are partners with each other. They are gelling really quickly. They are growing together and figuring out the timing of their elements quite nicely and quickly for an American pair. The one major critique I have is that their side-by-side jumps are done far apart and the timing of the landings are off. And usually a seasoned or more veteran pair will do them closer together and have perfect timing. That being said, this is the United States. We love it when any of our teams land on their feet on the side-by-side jump. So that's good for them. They did a combination, Salchow in tow in the free skate. I gotta say, Alexa and Brandon, it's not too shocking because they are the better individuals of their previous partnerships. So, of course, we can expect more consistency. I do like their short program too, In the End by Linkin Park, a little more just because that's a little different in figure skating, and their overall packaging is really good. The outfits match, and they surprisingly have improved a lot on their triple twist technique. I used to say only Jessica and Brian could get a level 4. I am now wrong because Alexa and Brandon have worked really hard to get that consistency perfect for competition. So great for them. Alexa and Brandon, yeah, they were almost perfect for both programs. Another minor critique is that Alexa needs to land her throws a little better. Right now they look a little scratchy, but they still get positive grade of execution marks. So I'm going to look at the protocols right here in front of me. They just came out, so this is fresh off the press. So Alexa and Brandon, they get a program component score of 74.24, and that means all of their segments of the program components were in the low to mid 9s. I think that was rightfully deserved. Maybe like inflated, but compared to the rest of the field, rightfully deserved. So theirs was 74 in the free skate, and then the next highest went to Jessica and Brian at 70. So that's quite the margin over there. So I was hesitant to say for sure that Alexa and Brandon were going to win nationals based off of one competition, Skate America, because when you're a new pair, it's going to take quite a few competitions for us as fans to learn what their consistency rate in competition is. But I'd say after these two successful competitions, it's safe to make the statement that Alexa Scimeca and Brandon Frazier are the top American pair heading into the Olympic season next year. So this is really exciting stuff. They have a really good coaching situation. Cain-Gribble is still part of the coaching team, as well as Todd Sand and Jenny Mino. So Todd Sand and Jenny Mino are also coaches for Jessica Calalang and Brian Johnson, my personal favorite pair, and they won the silver medal here. It's quite a bittersweet scenario because while they did come in second, which is a great feat for them, they were pretty upset with themselves in the free skates. Their short program was okay. There was a fall on the side-by-side jumps, but everything else looked pretty spot on, especially considering Jessica Calalang was super nervous at Skate America before both of the programs. They seemed fine going into the free skate, but ooh, that was hard to watch. So let's go over the mistakes. I have the protocols in front of me right here. Yeah, the side-by-side Sal cows were downgraded, so that's a low tech score. Uh, Both of the side-by-side jumps had issues. There was even a fall, and then oh, they botched a lift. Unfortunately, towards the end of that program, it looks like the axle lift had a big problem, which is a loss of many points, unfortunately. And actually, in the overall score, Jessica and Brian were actually third in the free skate. So they had that short program to thank because their short program was 71.30 for the score, and then Ashley and Tim's was 65. So they have that lead over the short program to thank them for earning the silver medal. So they're my favorite pair. What I can confidently say about them now is that they have the best triple twists, some of the best lifts in North America. Yes, that includes Canada. Their main hurdle is their own confidence. If we want to speak technically, then yes, the side by side jumps. But I can tell watching them going into the side by side jumps that they look so nervous each time. And I think I even noticed that last season to the point where when those jumps are clean, it's a surprise to us. So that's definitely something to work on. But otherwise, their packaging is perfect. I do like both of their programs this season. I believe the free skate is too. Who Wants to Live Forever. It's kind of cheesy at some parts, but it works for them. And same with the short program. That being said, I hope both Alexa and Brandon and Jessica and Brian are named to the World Team if Worlds happens at all. But nonetheless, since the Federation named the Worlds Team for the ladies, they should do so as well for the pairs. And then let's talk about Ashley Cain and Timothy LeDuc. They were in fourth place after the short program, and they moved up to third overall. So phew, and I say phew because it was kind of close. They were not perfect in either the short or the long, and they really had to be perfect if they wanted to fight for the silver medal. But hey, moving up is a good thing for them too. I believe the mistake in the short program was on the side-by-side jumps. Ashley fell, and then the landing wasn't perfect on the throwlets. And then in the free skate, I'd say Timothy fell on the side-by-side jump, and then some of the landings of Rose were not smooth, the throw salchow for Ashley Cain. And some of their elements have quite improved over the past few seasons, most notably their twist that used to mostly get level 2s, but now it can get level 3s and level 4s. Looks really great. Their lifts look more secure. They are skating faster with one another, and they actually appear to be more confident despite the mistakes that happen in the program. I love their packaging. I've said that 3 times already. Anyways, it's my thing. I just love it when pairs match outfits with the correct color tone on each costume. And I know that sounds small and trivial, but it's a big pet peeve of mine when a pair does not match properly. I'd be surprised if Ashley and Timothy made the world team based on what they put out at nationals here, just because also at Skate America they missed the top 3. But you never know what the Federation can decide. They are usually full of surprises, so we never know. Let's talk about the fourth place finishers here. I actually thought they would be in third. Audrey Liu and Misha Mitrofanov. They are a pretty solid pair. They won the bronze medal at Skate America by surprise, and so I put them in contention for third or even second here at nationals. That being said, they had to be perfect. They were pretty clean in the short program. I think they landed all of their technical elements. The one thing is that sometimes they seem to go on autopilot and they lack emotion and presentation. That being said, I do think that could come with time. And then in the free skate, unfortunately, Misha fell on one of the jumps. And I think there was a few other wobbles I saw in their free program. Let's see if we can identify it through the protocols here. It might have been one of their lifts that looked a little shaky. If anything, I think Ashley and Tim were able to win the bronze because Audrey and Misha made the mistake, because neither pair were perfect. Let's compare overall scores. So Ashley and Tim got a total score of 200, whereas Audrey and Misha had a total score of 197. So had Audrey and Misha been totally clean, it could have been super close and they could have gotten the bronze medal. So wow, that was a lot more to talk about than in previous years at US Nationals for pairs. So moving on, we have Emily Chan and Spencer Howe in fifth place. I gotta say, I love the energy of this pair so much. I watched both their short and their free skate earlier today. There's an energy on them on the ice, the way they carry themselves. It radiates confidence. Now, they weren't clean, they weren't perfect, but they're a special pair, and I'm going to look out for them in the future. What were their mistakes? Let's see if we can remember. Why is it always the side-by-side jumps? Always. And the program components are quite a bit lower in the mid-sevens. If they continue to steadily improve, then they can fight for the podium as early as next season. Fifth place is not something to sneeze about. So I'm hopeful for them in the future. And we have to talk about the opportunity in pair skating. So they were able to be in fifth, Emily and Spencer, because there is a former top pair in America that's no longer competing. That pair is Tara Kane and Danny O'Shea. They have split up. It's unclear on whether Danny is retired or plans on finding a new partner, but Tara for sure is going to try to continue competing in the sport because that girl really wants to make the Olympics. We also have to remember that some pairs were also not present because they are coached by Delilah Sappenfield, and unfortunately they were exposed to COVID at their training site and withdrew from the competition for the health and safety of everybody in the bubble in Las Vegas. But nonetheless, I think Emily and Spencer took advantage of that opportunity. Fifth place is as good as they could expect, so kudos to them. Moving down in their results, we have in sixth place Olivia Serafini and Mervyn Tran. Mervyn Tran is one of my personal favorite pairmen ever, just ever, because he seems like such a cool guy. They had a solid short program, but their free skate was full of errors, unfortunately. Mervyn Tran, those side-by-side jumps are not it. Some of the lifts were even botched towards the end of that program, looked a little slow. They're still building up the foundation of a new partnership. I'm not sure they're going to be in contention for the Olympic team next season, unfortunately, but it's always great to see them out there on the ice. Mervyn is such a great partner because he's so supportive of Olivia and he's very positive, never focuses on the negative. So he's someone who just loves the sport and has really great sportsmanship. So it's always nice to support him whenever I can. They were at Skate America earlier this season. In seventh place, we have Katie McBeath and Nathan Bartholomew, new pair for the United States. Nathan Bartholomew is a former Olympian for the United States with Felicia Zhang back in 2018, and then he was partners with one of my girls, Deanna Stellato, who now skates for Canada. So new partnership for him. Solid enough outing. Their short program was cleaner than their free skates. They appear to be okay. I think they just need time to grow, as a lot of the other pairs do who place lower than sixth place. And yeah, they have quite a bit to grow because some of their program components were in the high sixes, and that's just not going to get you on the podium at nationals, especially now that we have some top pairs like Jessica and Brian, Alexa and Brandon, and even Ashley and Tim, who have grown tremendously together. So Nathan Bartholomew and Katie McBeath, I hope they can continue training over the summer. Who knows what opportunities are for training in ice rinks during this pandemic, but I wish them the best. And the other two pairs I did watch. Let's just say I think they are happy to just be at nationals. So some of the lifts looked a little scary in the first group, but it definitely got better throughout the night. And that was kind of exciting, kind of an emotional roller coaster, but overall with the results, I am satisfied with them. And I am actually itching for the pandemic to be handled better so that we can see how Scimeca-Knierim and Brandon Frazier fare at an international competition with some other top pairs in the world? Do they have a shot at being in the top 10 at the World Figure Skating Championships? If that happens, but it sounds like the world is planning on the championships still occurring during a worldwide pandemic. I'm not sure how safe that is, but if our athletes are sent to compete, then I wish everyone the best of luck. We have 2 spots, thankfully, but yeah, I'd like to see how Alexa and Brandon, when they're clean, fare against the rest of the pairs. Nonetheless, thank you so much if you made it this far for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. You can expect a few more videos from me this weekend, rounding out the recaps for the US National Championships. So I'll talk to you all later. Goodbye.